Mike Bond here in Washington with UFC lightweight contender Justin Gaethje. And Justin, just wanted to find out what's going on with you right now, man. And we obviously got this title fight booked. Where do things stand with you? It feels like right now you're slightly the odd man out in terms of like the title picture at lightweight.
Oh, but I don't see it like that. I think I'm the next guy in line. The title fight's set, and they need somebody has to fight the winner of that fight. So that's me.
Yeah. So you're willing to wait till April after that, whenever it could be September or something like that.
Well, I mean, I got in this sport for one reason. That's to fight for a world title. So if that's there, then yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Have you had any?
It's a long time to get ready for a fight, so I can do that.
Long training camp.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, I mean, has there been any discussions though, like when all this was being booked, when Conor was getting his fight, like did they come to you at all, basically since the Cerrone fight, and offer you anything?
It's pretty much the exact same scenario as when Conor said he was going to fight me the first time. I never heard a word. I don't know nothing about it, so nope, never heard.
Were you upset that you didn't get that fight and they gave it to Cowboy, or you chose Cowboy?
No, not really. I'm glad it's at 170. When I saw it was at 170, I was not disappointed at all. Mm-hmm. So.
Why? Because it takes Conor out of the title picture at lightweight?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, maybe he's shooting for the BMF belt or something. That's cool. I think he should do fights just like that. Yeah, so it's cool.
Is this good for the lightweight division? Him seemingly, maybe he's a welterweight now. It frees up a spot in the top 5 in the rankings. It kind of just clears that whole logjam of him kind of looming.
The truth is, I mean, it's good for the sport in general. Dude's superstar, so it's good to have him back. I make money. If I fought him now, I would make the same amount as if I fought anybody. I have a fight on my contract. The next fight, get paid the same. I get paid a lot of money when I beat Khabib and then fight Conor with the belt. So I'll be ready when the opportunities come. That's my job now.
Yeah, and I know you did another interview, and the topic of being a potential replacement fighter came up. Where do you stand on that now? Have you talked to anyone about that?
Dude, those are all hypothetical situations, so I don't really worry about stuff like that. If they approach me with something like that, I'll address it then. Right now, I'm just gonna enjoy some fights tomorrow.
Is it tough though because you've talked so extensively about this in the past, what it takes for you to get ready for a fight, what you need to do in there. The idea of being a replacement fighter doesn't seem to jive with your mentality.
No, it's not. Again, I got in this sport for one reason, to fight for a world title. So if I was going to make an exception, it would only be to fight for a world title, and this is that scenario.
Fair enough.
So again, if the opportunity comes, I'll address it. And we'll see what happens.
Who do you think wins that fight between Khabib and Tony?
I don't know, man. I'm sure Khabib's a betting favorite, so I'll pick him.
Yeah. Do you think maybe you've talked about how your wrestling kind of matches up so well with Khabib, and you think that would be an element? Do you think that's something that Tony is maybe missing in that fight?
I don't think he's missing. I think he brings a different element than I can possibly bring. He scrambles. He's very good at scrambling. Same thing that I said would be a problem if I fought Khabib. So he does bring that same thing, but a lot of elbows from weird space, weird times. He's just a very odd timing guy. If you've wrestled or trained what we do now, then you know that there's always those guys that are just slightly weird, but their weirdness, when they can find how it works and what they're doing, then it's just super hard to figure out and super hard to come up with a game plan against. So you can't go into the only game plan you can go into Tony with is hit him hard, hit him often, hit him as hard as possible when you do hit him, and try to put. If you hurt him, you got to put him away because that man will be there. You really have to put him out to put him away. So that's my plan. That's the plan when they do that. And he also doesn't get tired, so that's another factor. That's going to be a little different for Khabib. So I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to fight the winner. I'm excited for my career.
Yeah, and just to put a bow on it, which I guess is apropos with the president sitting behind us. The likes of Dustin Poirier is calling for a rematch. There's these other guys. You are sitting and you're going to wait and see how this title fight situation plays out.
So again, I don't play what ifs. I approach things and address things whenever they happen. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. Right now, I know I know Conor didn't fight me for the title contender fight. That would have had to have happened if, he was going to try to pass me for the belt. Seeing he hasn't fought in so long, so that didn't happen. So right now, I'm next.
And you're expecting, that happens later this year, and you're just going to hang out until it does.
We'll see.
All right,
We'll
perfect.
see what happens.
All right, well, looking forward to it. Whenever you get back in there, I'm sure it's going to be a great fight, like it always is. I really appreciate the time and to catch up.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'll be back in my purest form when I get back in there. I'm waiting. I'm ready to get in camp at any time. 8, 10, 12 weeks I need, and then I'm in.
Perfect. Well, looking forward to it. Thank you so much for the time, Justin.